It's the Mark Steyn Show. And now, here's Mark.
June 24th, 2020. Oh, you know what this music means. Mark's Mailbox is on the air. Tony Allwright, a first fortnight founding member of the Mark Steyn Club from Dublin, where I hope to be in a few days' time, but it's proving rather trickier than I thought. Freedom of movement, none of that in the new normal, is there? Anyway, Tony writes, "Hi Mark, as an early Mark Steyn member, I would like to put to you the transience of morality as a question for one of your fantastic shows, which I never missed. 200 years ago, and indeed for millennia before then, slavery was a perfectly normal part of life. Until William Wilberforce came along, very few felt, if they thought about it at all, that there was anything intrinsically wrong with it, with the honourable exception of Pope Eugene IV in 1435 and successive popes who railed against slavery. But that began to change in 1833 when Great Britain banned slavery worldwide and backed this up with hard cash and a robust mandate to the Royal Navy to chase down slave ships, which it did with enthusiasm and not a few naval losses. So today we look back at slavery with horror. How could one human being be so brutal as to do that to another human being, we ask. But simultaneously, society today accepts the horror of abortion with not just equanimity, but approval. Yet arguably abortion is a worse crime even than slavery because its sole objective is to kill its victims. Slave owners and traders seldom killed their slaves deliberately, as they were worthless dead. This illustrates how people's view of what is moral or immoral is transient. So will future generations look back at the abortion climate of the 2000s and ask with horror, how could one human being be so brutal as to do that to another human being? Do you think that people's view of morality has always been transient, and will it remain so forever? Does the criminality of every crime depend on contemporaneous public perceptions? Outside of religion, is there no objective, unchangeable morality? That's a very profound topic, Tony. To take that last point, I think it's hard without religion to have an enduring, transcendent moral order, because a society with no eye on eternity is mere fashion, and fashions change. 1 minute the feminists are cool, next it's the transgenders and the feminists are suspect. 1 minute women can do anything a man can do, except go to the municipal swimming pool because the Muslim community wants segregated swimming sessions, and they're now fashionable. I like William Wilberforce's phrase that I quote in my book, The Undocumented Mark Steyn, the reformation of manners, because in the end, that's what it is. Manners, not morality. We use manners to evade morality, whether, to take Wilberforce's two great causes, it's Americans agreeing to overlook the great evil of slavery, or it's London gentlemen agreeing not to notice all the child prostitutes in the streets. Abortion is likewise about using manners to evade morality. We invent pseudo-moral language. Oh, every child should be wanted, which is ludicrous. Most children aren't wanted, they just kind of sort of happen. My own did, but that very conveniently provides all the cover you need. Well, I'm not comfortable having a child I don't really want, so I'll kill it. A lot of the goons on the street right now venerate the idea of the noble savage. The less developed a society is, the purer it is. In reality, in primitive societies, life is nasty, brutish and short because primal urges of self-preservation dominate. And those predate a moral order in terms of human development. So when a sophisticated society becomes violent, that's actually far more disturbing because it's regressing. It's abandoning its moral order. That's what that judicial decision I mentioned the other day about the heir of England being too pure for slavery really means. That's why slavery in the southern states is more repugnant than slavery among Ashanti tribesmen in West Africa, because in the former case, you can only do it by evading a developed moral order. And that's why abortion is more repugnant than child sacrifice by some loser tribesman dancing around a volcano in the middle of the jungle. It's not that morality is transient so much as our willingness to be bound by it and our susceptibility to fashion, or in Wilberforce's words, manners.